Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Seattle Stitcher. My name is Megan. You can find me on Instagram as The Seattle Stitcher, or you can email me at theseattlestitcher@gmail.com. As I say, you are all very, very welcome here. So it's been a couple weeks and I actually don't have that much to show. We traveled for a week and so I didn't stitch that entire time, but let's hop right in. Usually if I have any FFOs, I do show those, and I don't necessarily have an FFO, but I have a refinish because I did reframe a piece that I just wasn't happy with initially. So let me grab this piece. I will say this is not its final form. I think that I will end up ordering a custom frame just because it's not exactly the right size for a frame that goes, into a standard size. I might be able to find something in the future, but I did buy a standard size frame off of Amazon for it originally. I'll have to pop a picture of the pattern itself and then also of how I finished it. I did do a full color conversion for this. If you're interested, you'll have to go and take a look back at some of my old Flosstube videos. I believe that this, when it was FFO'd, I did have it on the cover page, so you'll be able to easily find it that way, or go and take a look on my Instagram. But I did do, I think, mostly a classic colorworks and some DMC for a conversion on this one. And I really did like the frame that I had it in, but the margins were a little bit wider on two sides than they were on the other, and I didn't really love that. I like when they're equal all around, and so I decided to go ahead and use one of the Joann's frames that I have had just sitting around empty. And here's the new FFO. It was in the background of my last video. I just kept forgetting to show it, but yeah, I really do like it. Like I said, this is not its final form. I think I will eventually just make this into a pillow or do like I said, a custom frame for it, something that's thicker. And I mean, I like more of an ornate, bold frame, but I know this is not going to be everyone's cup of tea. Obviously, I've cut off a lot of the stitching here, but I did not cut down the piece at all. It's literally just kind of folded up in the back, but it fits nice and tight, and I think it looks nice. And I just think it's a cute little, all over stitched piece. It's fun. It's a little different, but I wasn't loving the frame that I bought the first time around. So this is just kind of a makeshift for now. Because I bought two of these frames, I would ideally like to have like a matching pair of two things stitched up in them. But for now, this is how I have it, and I really like it. Next up is starts, and the start that I have this time around is from this book, The Sewing Club. This is one of my favorite Blackbird books. I just think it's amazing. I love all of the charts in here. They're all so pretty. There's kind of an overview of some of them on the cover. I previously stitched this one, which is right here behind me, for my son as a birth sampler. And I decided to go ahead and use the same book to pick one for my daughter, and I decided to pick this one, which is a summer basket. It's originally stitched as a button bag, but I am going to just buy a frame for it. This one I probably will have to do a custom frame. I don't know if I'll be able to make it work in a standard frame, but we'll see. It's possible. So I really like this one. It's just very delicate. My daughter, her favorite colors are purple and pink. So instead of doing the bluebird down here with the blue accent, I'm going to do purple. It'll be Amira's initials here, her birth year over here, and then any of the details in the flowers are going to be, instead of, again, the blue, it'll be purple. And I decided to use Lap and Loop's Crypt Cloth in a 40 count to stitch this 1/2, and I am doing a full color conversion. I will eventually post this color conversion on my Instagram. I don't have it finalized just yet, but these are the colors that I've used so far. And it's just a very muted purple pink color palette with a lot of greens for that vine and leaf and, all the foliage that's in the piece. But I think that this looks really nice. It's a really pretty color palette. It's funny, this actually honestly reminds me of my friend Bridget as well, museum stitcher. I think that this just reminds me of her. It's beautiful and soft and feminine, and I love it. But I'm using this, and here is where I have gotten to. So I still need to pick out like a cream color to do these two leaves here. And then inside the fill-in for the basket is also done in the cream color, but I feel like I have a decent start on this. I'm hoping to finish it this week, and like I said, either get a custom frame for it, or maybe even a standard one if it'll fit. We'll see. I think something in a brown, like walnut wood would look nice, just a simple frame. But you know, honestly, I might change my mind. I love an ornate frame, so we'll see. But I think that it looks really nice with Malachi's, and it's just, yeah, really cute. I'm really happy with this. I like the way the stitches are looking. The 1/2 looks so good. Actually, I love this fabric so much that I ordered another piece right away because I'll have all of this left. So I'll have a good little chunk of this left, but I really want to keep this fabric in my stash always just because it's such a good neutral in my opinion. I really like the modeling to it. It's good for really anything, any kind of season. I feel like you could put any like spring, summer, fall, winter, doesn't matter. Even Halloween pieces would look cool on this. So I love this modeling down here. I'm excited to use that bit of it, but I'll probably use this honestly for some more pieces from this sewing club book. But I did order another piece of this, and today, Monday the 28th, is actually my birthday. So it gets here today, and that's kind of exciting. It's like a little birthday present to myself. But yeah, I love this. It's just so soft and beautiful. And I'm excited to have a piece for Amira as well, because that is what I wanted. I wanted pieces that weren't really in your face, like birth pieces, but yeah, I like that. I think they're gonna be so cute together. So there is that. And like I said, I will make a post about this on Instagram eventually that has my full color conversion, but I don't like posting the color conversions until I have all of my colors picked out, just because I haven't gotten to every color in the chart yet. I want to make sure I pick the last couple colors, and then I will make a post and you guys will know my full color conversion then. But if you are wanting to know what I've chosen so far, please just leave me a comment down below and I will comment back and let you know what I've picked so far, or if you just want to shoot me an email, whatever's easiest for you. So anyways, from there, I only have a couple of projects that I worked on because we did go to Guam. So that's like 30 hours of travel one way because we had a layover that was longer. And then it's like 26 or 28 hours on the way back. And so with that, plus a week being on Guam, I didn't stitch at all. Literally at all. And then when we got back, we all got sick, and then we got a puppy, and so much has happened that I haven't gotten that much stitching done. But I'll get into more of that and life stuff, and I will just show you what I have gotten up to. So the first thing that I worked on, this is Creepy Cross Stitch. My husband got me this book after I sent him this pattern. He pretty much went and bought me the book right away because he really liked the pattern. We both have like a similar style of liking more, I don't know, I guess spooky, more gothic looking stuff. And here is the pattern. I think it's called Lover's Graves. I didn't bookmark where I was, and there we go. Yeah, Lover's Graves. I really, really love this pattern. I think it's just gorgeous. I love the way she finished it here, but I'm actually stitching mine on a 40 count, 1/2, so mine is significantly smaller. I kind of wish I would have taken that into account because I actually like the size of this better, but I would have had to stitch it 2/2 on a 14 count, and I don't want to do that. Also, one thing that I've done is not just the 40 count, but I've also been pulling over dyed threads just so that I don't have to use so many colors, because this pattern called for 19 DMCs, and I thought such a small pattern if you stitch it on 40 count that I didn't want to pull 19 DMCs. So right now I only have like 5 colors on my floss ring. Again, another one, I don't have all of the colors pulled for it and out. Like I know I used not a purple, but a pink by Color and Cotton, but I used it only in a couple of spots, and so I didn't even put it on the floss ring. But this one is another one. I will eventually post my full color conversion on my Instagram once I do, but for now I'm using Blackbird for all of the tree, and nickel for any of the sky, probably also for the gravestones, cilantro for the grass, pine needles for the tree, and then carousel is the color that I'm using for any of the white areas, which was the moon, as well as in the grass. There's some dots of white, but I don't unfortunately have a picture of where I was last time. I think just with travel, I just forgot to take one, but here is where I've gotten to. So I did say this was on a 40 count. It is on 40 count Seraphim's fabric, but the colorway is Finian. So Seraphim fabric in the colorway Finian. I just love this. I think it looks so good. Like I said, it's gonna be pretty small because the height wise is only like my hand. And so this will be mirror image on the other side. I'm already to like where the gravestone is. It's actually right there, the first one. And I love how the grass is stitching up. It's so cool to me. It's so cool because that is one color. That's Cilantro by Color and Cotton. And I think it's amazing that it looks like I did pull 3 different shades of DMC like it calls for, but nope, it's just one good over dyed thread. So I absolutely love this. I think it's looking so good. I really, really wanted to just get it finished, but it didn't happen. And that's okay, honestly. I mean, I could stop at this point and pull it out around Halloween and definitely have an FFO then, because it is some easy stitching, especially since I'm not doing all the color changes. Using less colors, but with variegated threads. If that means it saves me time because I'm not having to do so many color changes, I'm here for it. Honestly, that is a fun one. I don't know if I'm going to keep working on this one this year or if I'm going to put this one down. I really haven't decided. I don't know what I'm going to work on. I really feel like starting some stuff, and it is my birthday. I think I said that right. And so today it's my birthday. My husband got me birthday flowers. That string there is a balloon that says happy birthday. And I don't know, I just kind of feel like doing something fun. And I think for me, that's probably starting something. So I might start something this afternoon after I'm done filming. We'll see. But the next pattern that I've worked on in the past couple of weeks is this one. This is Hannah Ann Wallace, 1850. And I love this one. I think it's so pretty. I started this with one of my best friends. Her name is Brittany. I will link her Instagram down below. It's a private account, but she's like mostly stitchy and just lifestyle stuff. But if you want to go give her a follow, please do. I love this pattern. I'm stitching it with a color conversion, which I have posted on my Instagram, so I will pop a picture here, hopefully. So I'm using Color and Cotton Red Fox. This is a special edition, so I don't know if they still have it, but it's Color and Cotton Fairy Tale, Begonia by Color and Cotton, and then I have some Gentle Arts in Walnut, Endive, and Antique Rose, and then I have some Classic Colorworks in Hazelnut, Little Pink Peony, Muddy Puddle, and Avocado. So those are my flosses, very much in the, in vein of what the actual color ways are for the called for. And then here is where I got to. I absolutely love this. I just think it's so pretty. It's so dainty. I'm not doing the over one stitching except for the name in the center of it, which I will be replacing with my own name. And then up here, there's an alphabet and then I think some numbers. I will definitely stitch those though over one. But as far as the small motifs go, Brittany actually sent me some finishes that were on Instagram, and there were some people who have also omitted all of the over one stitching that was the like little motifs, and I liked a lot of their finishes. So I think I'll copy some of them, pull some inspiration, and just like mirror some of the other patterns or motifs in the spots where they were. Or I'll pull from patterns that I already have in stash. I have plenty of samplers to pick from. So I paused here, but I did get some stitching in this carnation, which honestly is almost done. I just have like fill in there, and then that one will be done too. But there's not very much left on this. I probably only have like, I don't know, I don't really have I'm not good at guessing numbers on stitching, but I don't have very much left on this. But either I will put this away and I will pull it out later this year and finish it, or I will put this away and potentially finish it next year, because I would like to get some finishes next year as well. And these good mid-size samplers and Quakers and stuff are great for me to get like halfway done this year, finish the other half next year. I have kind of strayed away from my goal stitching this month. Just, life gets ahead of you sometimes, but that's okay. I'll get back on it next month and that'll be that. From there, I am going to move into haul, which I have so much good stitchy haul. I had a really good weekend because it was my birthday weekend. So Monday the 28th is my birthday, but obviously we wanted to go and do something on the weekend when Daniel had the time off of work. And so he asked what I wanted to do, and I really wanted to go to Acorns and Threads, and that's just what we did. So he drove us down to Acorns and Threads, the kids, Ulu, we got a new puppy. Ulu came with us as well. So all of us were in the truck on the way down to Acorns and Threads. I had a great time. I got to walk around and took my time looking at everything. It was so nice. And also they had a bunch of patterns that were like 30 to 50% off. So I kind of went crazy and bought whatever I wanted. But it was my birthday and Daniel doesn't care. So for starters, I'll start with fabric because I just grabbed 3 cuts. I got needle and flax in 36 count. This is the colorway Steinbeck. So there is very subtle modeling on this. I really like needle and flax fabric. I just don't ever order it. So anytime I see it in person, I try to, see what they've got and grab a cut if I like it. So I got a fat quarter of this. And it's just a really good neutral. The modeling is very subtle, if at all barely. you can kind of see like there, you know, there's a little bit of modeling, but it's still very, very subtle. And I feel like this will be a really good neutral for a lot of Quakers and Christmas, Halloween. I mean, you can put anything on here. I also really like that I know that white stitching would show up on this, so it gives me a good option for any pieces that have like white houses or white pumpkins, things like that. The next one I got was R&R Linen Winter Brew in a 40 count, just because I feel like a lot of companies call for this fabric and I've never been able to find it in person. So I did pick up a fat quarter of that, and it's really pretty. It's very nice fabric. I feel like, again, little to no modeling, but there is a tiny bit, I guess I would say. Yeah, there's a little bit, but not much at all. And it's just gorgeous. It's such a good neutral. I know this is not that far off of this piece, but I love a good neutral. And I feel like I'm in this weird space where a lot of my neutrals are a little bit too light for them to not work with a lot of the, you know, white and cream colored stitches, or they're just a little bit too dark, or they pull into a certain hue. And so these are just really good, solid neutrals. And I'm very happy with getting those two in stash. The last piece of fabric that I bought is also the biggest one. I got a half yard. Guys, I feel like the birthday gods were smiling down on me because I got Lakeside linen. I've never once been able to get Lakeside linen. I've never seen it in person. I've never been to a store that carries it. And I got a half yard of 36 count in light exemplar. I'm so fancy. I'm like so fancy. Are you for real right now? So I just absolutely am ecstatic because this is a really good color. I get it. I get the hype now. I mean, is it modeled or anything? No. Do I care? No. And no one can tell me anything. Also, I feel like it was a good price point. I don't know. I am very excited. This is a really good neutral. You can even tell with the white tag how good the white would pop off of this. I got a bunch of samplers and I'm just thinking already, what kind of sampler can I put on this? You know, oh, it's gorgeous. This is a really, really, really good neutral. So I see why it's so popular. I do. That's a good neutral, guys. It really is. I see. I get it. So yeah, I got a half yard of that and I'm very excited. And then now I'm gonna move into patterns, which like I said, they had a bunch of stuff, 30 to 50% off, so it kind of went crazy. Not all of these were on sale, but a bunch of them were, so I won't mention which ones were and which one weren't because I don't know how to tell. But first pattern I picked up was Sampler and Primitives MT, the butterfly sampler. I really love this one. It's so pretty. I think one thing that I will be doing is when I stitch this, the grass area, I don't know if I like that kind of psychedelic 60s, 70s style motif or pattern that's in the grass. I'll probably just use an overdyed and stitch back and forth. And then I don't know if this one needs the border. I don't know if it needs it. I feel like it's so fun and funky that I don't know if it needs that, because I'd probably pick a very ornate frame to highlight how pink this is and gold. And I might be able to just kind of get away with taking out the border. So I like to think about that stuff when I'm like going in and buying a pattern. I really do like to think about like, would I stitch the border? Would I cut this out? Would I change that? Because I think the more comfortable I get into my stitching, because I've been stitching for a few years now, I realize that, you know, I can change things and it's not going to hurt anyone's feelings. And even if it does, I'll never know unless they comment on my YouTube video, and then I can just block them. Just kidding. But am I? But anyways, I like to think about the stuff I'm going to change. So those are some things I would change about that one, but I definitely am excited about it. This next one is a Little Robins Designs, and this is AT 1797. I love this one. I love it because it's not a mirror image. Even though I love a mirrored image piece, I kind of like that they're all a little different. And I really like the colors in this. It's very, very, very pretty. I think that this is a good one for some Cedar River linen, and I have some in stash, so I might take a look at some of that and see how it would fit on those pieces I've got left. But I really like this. I think it's beautiful. It reminds me a lot of Caroline from the Thread Gremlins. She's stitching a piece right now that is giving me the same vibes. So yeah, love this. I think it's gorgeous. I especially love this motif. These colors are so pretty. And this weird bird. The next one I picked up is an Erica Michaels. This is Emma Badman Wadford or Wadeford. Wadford. You tell me. 1854. I really, really like this. Although I will say, in my personal opinion, I feel like this looks disjointed, like it's two different pieces that got put together, just because this is so plain and this is so busy. So I think that I'm actually just going to stitch this part, and I'm not going to stitch any of the top. And so if I were to stitch it, I would just stitch that. And I might just try to see if I can fit the ABCs on just the side and then mirror this bottom border at the top instead. So those are my ideas, because again, I like changing things up, and I realize like the more confident and comfortable I get, the more likely I am to just do that. I also think this would look really good on some of those warmer, good like sandy beige colored fabrics that I just picked up. Like the Winter's Brew, this would be a good one for that. I loved the bird, loved this basket, this weird flower motif with these leaves, and then this is gorgeous. It reminds me of like a quilt block or something. The next one I picked up, I think that this was a market release, and I've been eyeing it for a while. Like I think since it was released, and I couldn't decide, like, do you really need another house? But obviously I bought like all samplers, so yeah, I did need another house. This is Kindness Makes Friends by, who is this by? Oh, Shakespeare's Peddler. I love this. It's so pretty. I love everything about it. I love the border. I love the alphabet. I love this font. It's like definitely becoming one of my favorite in the cross stitch world. I love it. I know it's very common and popular, but it's so pretty. I also didn't realize I like some of these little, like, look at that, scissors. There's some spools of thread. I love it. So cute. So I'm really excited to start this. Actually, Gemma Makes, is that your Flosstube channel? No, I can't remember. Anyways, there is like a market mania that happens in May. I will link the Flosstuber down below who does it, because she actually just released a video today that I watched this morning that went over more to the details of it. And I think that this is one of the ones that I might start if I have time. Life's always crazy, but if I have time, I would love to start this one. And it says Kindness Makes Friends right here. So super cute, love that. Definitely want to start that one. I just think it's lovely. The next one I picked up is Make Me a Blessing. This is by Monticello Stitches. I really was excited about this designer after seeing, I think it was Caroline from the Thread Gremlins, as well as when Cam and Bridget came back from market. They had, I think Bridget had been eyeing one of the Monticello Stitches patterns. And so I was really excited to snag this one up. I love the colors. It's just so fun and funky. And I really do like the little quote in here. It says, make me a blessing to someone today. And you can you can make this a more muted palette very easily. Just everything, tone it down 3 shades. But it's very pretty. I picked up this small, this is Strawberry House, or All Dolled Up by Little House Needleworks. And if you weren't aware, Marjorie over at Marjorie Made, she does this Strawberry Moon Cell, and I thought this would be just the perfect small little pattern to do for that. Also, this would be the perfect to do a color conversion, so I definitely will be doing one. Next, I picked up Plum Street Samplers, Grace Doth Abound, yes, and I just think this is so pretty. It's so pretty. I love it. I love the border. I love how the border is flat on the bottom but goes around. I don't know, it's just different. I love the white house. I love that the white is not really used anywhere else except for the house. Again, perfect for R&R's Winter Brew, perfect for the Lakeside Linen that I just got. It's just gorgeous. Also, I think it'd be really easy if you didn't want the house to pop so much to change the color of the house to one of these pinks or something else within the pattern. It's just so pretty. Next one, I got My Dear by Hands to Work. I don't know, the deer was giving me Tudor vibes, and I love Tudor history. So I just really like it. It's kind of giving me like Tudor Edwardian embroidery vibes, I guess. So yeah, really love that. Next one, I got another Shakespeare Peddler pattern. This is Throw Wide the Windows, which I really like this one. It's a little different. So if you'll notice, in between the bricks is not filled in. Like there's no secondary color to the brick house. So I thought that was really cool. And I liked as well that the top roof line was like shingles or bricks almost, but it just looks cool. I like the color of their fabric as well. I don't know if I'll stitch this top banner here. I don't think it's necessary, but I do really like this piece. Gorgeous. And last but not least, I picked up, this is IDL 1806 and EH 1811 by GGR. She is a big girl. I haven't opened up this bag yet, but I don't even want to know the stitch count. I don't want to know. Because I know this is a big one, but I love it. This is so pretty, and these colors. Caroline, you need this pattern. Caroline from the Thread Gremlins, if you're watching, you need this pattern. Because I know you're a blue girl too. And are you kidding me? Even if you just stitched like this pot and this one and maybe this one next to each other in a row, hear me out, that'd be gorgeous. Gorgeous. I love this. I don't think it needs the border, so I'll be eliminating that. I'll take out this alphabet as well, just because it seemed like an afterthought, but I will stitch all of these floral pieces. So pretty. Look at how thick that is. That's a big pattern. So that was my haul from my birthday shopping, and it was so much fun. I'm gonna just move on straight into life stuff. So if that is all you stuck around for was the cross stitch, thank you so much for watching. I always appreciate it. I turned 30 years old today, so I just can't believe it. It doesn't feel real that I've lived 30 years, and I know that seems silly because I'm only 30. It's not like I'm saying 30 is old though. I feel like when you say that, people think that you're trying to say you're old, but like, no, it just doesn't feel like I've lived 30 years, guys. It's crazy. How? But I'm having a good day, and I'm just enjoying relaxing at home while Malachi takes a nap and getting this Flosstube filmed, and hopefully I'll get it uploaded as quick as I can. So yeah, thanks so much for watching. If you want to leave me a comment today, leave me something birthday related, or alternatively, leave me like, what would you tell your 30-year-old self? If you want to be a little bit deeper about it, what would you tell your 30-year-old self? Leave me that as a comment. But if not, leave me a little birthday emoji, and I'll be happy to know that you guys all celebrated with me. But anyways, thanks so much for watching. If you want to hear about life stuff, stick around. So guys, where did the month go? So 2 weeks ago, we went to Guam. We were there for a week. It was amazing. It was beautiful. It was just the most wonderful, amazing, beautiful island I've ever been to. I had such a good time meeting so much of Daniel's family and going to his family beach, and the water was beautiful and so warm, and gosh, it was just amazing. It's such a different experience and such a different, just culturally, everything looks so different from here in Washington. It was wild, but it was beautiful. We were able to carry Jesse's ashes back home. He is now interned at the same cemetery that his father is at, which is exactly what Daniel's grandmother, Jesse's mother, wanted. And you know, whatever she said she wanted, I was gonna make it happen. So yeah, we got that all taken care of, had the funeral, had just a beautiful week there with family and fun, and we want to go back, but we want to go back longer next time because it was so hard not to, you know, to fit everything into 1 week was so hard. Like, we really wanted to go to the Chamorro Village, but it's only open on Wednesday, so we didn't end up making it, and there's just so much that we didn't get to see. So we definitely want to go back and go again, but we did get to have tons of fun, do lots of shopping, and it was amazing just to go to the beach and experience like real warm waters and real beaches was amazing. That just doesn't exist here in Washington. But the flight over was really hard. Malachi actually got sick on the flight over, and so he had a really, really hard time. He was just screaming, crying the entire time. I felt so bad for everyone on the plane because he was miserable and he was telling everyone. Okay, he was screaming, and it was just awful. There's nothing I could have done. Like, I was up and down picking up, holding him. I held him the entire time, which was 30 hours of a 10-hour layover and just flight time, 30 hours, and he was not happy. The flight back was a lot better though. He did a lot better, but then we got back. I got sick because I was holding him the whole time he was sick. Amira got sick because obviously, you know, she's around me all the time. And then pretty much right when we got back, I went and picked up our puppy, Ulu. So we have a little puppy. He is a lab and pit bull mix, and like I said, his name is Ulu, and today, Monday the 28th, he's 10 weeks old, and he is such a sweetie. He is so good with the kids. He loves kids, loves them. He gets so excited to see them when they wake up in the morning. And him and Malachi are just best little buddies. Malachi goes and lays in his bed with him all day, every day. Like, they just play with each other's toys. They keep each other busy for sure, and they're so cute, and we're having a good time having a puppy in the house. We're just big animal people, so it definitely has been weird not having an animal because we didn't have an animal for a lot of years. Then I found Binks. He slipped out the door one night and got hit by a car, unfortunately. And so that was really hard. That was quite some time ago though. And we kind of knew we weren't going to get another cat anytime soon. We weren't planning to get a dog anytime soon either, because our dogs have been passed for a long time now. But yeah, we saw them. One of Daniel's, I'm like kind of acquaintances was, you know, had this litter of puppies. And so we just couldn't resist. But yeah, he's been a sweetie. Easter happened. We brought Olu with us to Easter, had Easter at my parents' house. That was amazing. Had a fun Easter egg hunt, and that was great. And then what else has happened? Oh, I got contacts. I broke like 2 pairs of my glasses within the month of April, which is crazy. I never break glasses really. And so I felt like it was time. So I did just make the change to contacts. I don't know how long I'll keep contacts for, because they are hard for me. I don't love contacts, I'm not gonna lie. They make my eyes so dry. But it's hard because Malachi is like a grabber, so he'll grab at anything that's on your face. If you have a nose ring, septum piercing, anything, he's gonna grab at it. And so the glasses were it was a big thing. You know, it's like, it doesn't matter how many times I pull away his hands and say, no, you can't do that, or put him down right after he grabs the glasses off my face. It wasn't working. So I just switched over to contacts and got a new prescription. That's good and dandy. And so you won't see glasses in my videos in the foreseeable future, just FYI. This is what I look like now, hey. And trying to think if there's anything else, honestly. We've just been really busy between the traveling for a week and then all of us getting sick and then having the puppy and then Easter. And then we went to Oregon for the weekend because it was my birthday. And then we had a funeral on Sunday because Daniel's aunt had passed away. And so we've just been busy with life, and I did not get that much stitching done. I didn't work on anything that had to do with any of my goal stitching. I haven't touched my Remember Me by Teresa Kogut, which honestly I might put it away and finish out the goal later in the year. I'm okay with that. So I think that's what I'm gonna do for now and just move on to a different goal. So I'm like over halfway done with that goal, which is good. I'm happy with that. And sometimes you need to, you know, not let things go, but I guess like give yourself more time, or, you know, I guess that's letting it go. I need to let it go for now. But yeah, besides that, I really don't think there was much else that I've been up to. So yeah, I hope you guys have a great next couple of weeks. I have gotten some really fun emails this past week, so hopefully my next video I have some exciting stuff to share, but we'll see. And anyway, hope you guys have a good one. I will catch you in 2 weeks from now. I'll see you then. Bye. I feel like we all need to say a prayer to the recording gods that my son stays asleep the entire duration of because I actually already filmed this Flosstube once, but here we are. Oh, I have to sneeze. Peony. I switched nose rings and this one's making my nose itch.